What I'm about to tell you about Sarah Michelle Gellar was never meant to be public. The story of how a vampire slayer escaped Hollywood's deadliest trap and became something far more powerful than any role she ever played on screen. Between you and me, the transformation she underwent is something industry insiders have tried to keep quiet for years. How did Sarah Michelle Gellar escape Hollywood stereotypes to become a role model? The answer involves secrets, struggles, and a resilience that even Buffy Summers would find impressive. My industry sources have revealed details that paint a picture the tabloids don't want you to see. The Sarah Michelle Gellar you think you know. She's only the surface-level version they've allowed you to see. Today, we're diving deep into the truth finally exposed about the woman who staked her claim in Hollywood, and then did something the executives never saw coming. You might think you know her story: teenage soap star turned vampire slayer turned Hollywood royalty. But what they've been hiding from you is the dark underbelly of fame that nearly consumed her, and the extraordinary way she fought back. Between 1997 and 2003, while Gellar was staking vampires on screen, behind the scenes, she was fighting demons far more real than anything on Buffy. My sources close to the production reveal that the pressure placed on a young woman carrying an entire network show was beyond anything the public could imagine. What the tabloids don't know is that Sarah was working 16-hour days, performing her own stunts, and dealing with expectations that would crush most people twice her age. But that's nothing compared to what happened next. During the height of Buffy's success, Sarah was secretly battling a crisis that threatened everything she'd built. A high-level executive at the network, someone I legally can't name, told me directly that the studio was preparing to replace her if she couldn't maintain the physically demanding schedule. They don't want this getting out, but Sarah was given an ultimatum that would have ended her career as we know it. The truth: Sarah Michelle Gellar was facing a Hollywood machine that wanted to typecast her forever as Buffy, a fate that has destroyed countless actors before her. My industry source revealed to me that certain powerful producers actively blocked her from dramatic roles, believing she was just a teen star who should stick to what made her famous. But here's where it gets interesting. In 2003, when Buffy ended, Sarah did something that shocked everyone in my industry. While her agents and managers pushed her to immediately jump into another series or franchise, she made a decision that Hollywood executives called career suicide. She began selectively choosing roles that interested her rather than following the traditional path to maintain relevance. What they've been hiding from you is that Sarah faced incredible backlash for this decision. A former studio executive told me, "We thought she was finished." You don't walk away from the spotlight in Hollywood and expect to come back. Between you and me, the period after Buffy was darker than anyone has ever reported. Sarah disappeared from public view for stretches not because she couldn't get work, as many speculated, but because she was strategically rebuilding herself away from the cameras. My sources confirm she turned down roles worth millions because they didn't align with her vision. The truth finally exposed is that Sarah Michelle Gellar was executing a plan that few understood at the time. While Hollywood wanted to keep her in the Scream Queen box after her success in Cruel Intentions, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Scooby-Doo, she was quietly studying business, entrepreneurship, and building connections outside the entertainment industry. Now here's something you won't believe. In 2015, when Sarah co-founded Foodsters, her organic baking company, industry insiders laughed behind her back. Another actress with a vanity project, they said. What those same people don't want getting out is how many of them have since approached her for business advice, as Foodster secured major distribution deals and significant investment. My source close to Sarah revealed that during this transition, she was approached with a Buffy reboot that would have paid her more money than all her previous seasons combined. The contract was drawn up, the announcement was ready to go, and then she walked away. The executives were furious. They couldn't understand why anyone would turn down such an offer. But that's nothing compared to what happened next. While juggling her business ventures, Sarah was secretly dealing with a personal challenge that would have broken most people. Between you and me, during this period, she was supporting several family members through serious health crises, while maintaining her public persona without a hint of what was happening behind closed doors. A close friend of Sarah's told me she would go from a hospital room to a business meeting to a red carpet, and no one ever knew the difference. The truth finally exposed is that Sarah Michelle Gellar has been fighting a battle against Hollywood's treatment of women for decades. My industry source revealed to me that she has quietly supported numerous actresses who faced harassment and discrimination, offering both emotional and financial support without ever seeking credit or publicity. They don't want this getting out, but Sarah has maintained a list of producers and directors who mistreat actors on set and has privately warned young actresses about working with them. In an industry built on silence, she chose to protect others at potential risk to her own career. What the tabloids don't know is that several major publications have tried to get Sarah to speak out publicly about these industry abusers, offering her cover stories and major features. Each time she has declined, believing that the focus should be on the victims, not on her role in helping them. Between you and me, this commitment to others extends far beyond Hollywood. Sarah has been involved in charity work that she has deliberately kept out of the press. A director of a major children's hospital told me, "Sarah has spent countless hours with our patients, but the one condition is always no cameras, no publicity." Now here's where Sarah Michelle Gellar's story takes an even more unexpected turn. While many former 90s stars have faded into obscurity or become cautionary tales, Sarah has quietly built something remarkable, a genuine connection with multiple generations. My source close to the entertainment industry revealed that executives are baffled by her continued relevance despite not following any of the rules for maintaining celebrity status. The truth finally exposed is that Sarah's approach to social media has been studied by marketing experts as a case study in authentic engagement. While other celebrities pay teams to manage their accounts and create artificial personas, Sarah has maintained control of her own platforms, sharing genuine glimpses into her life that resonate with fans. What they've been hiding from you is that this authenticity wasn't accidental, it was strategic. Sarah understood something fundamental about fame in the digital age. Transparency beats perfection. A former publicist told me, while other celebrities were hiring teams to curate perfect images, Sarah was posting about cooking failures and parenting challenges. It shouldn't have worked according to the old rules, but she created her own rule book. Between you and me, Sarah's marriage to Freddie Prinze Jr. has survived against all Hollywood odds, not because they've been lucky, but because they've made choices that prioritize their relationship over fame. My industry source revealed to me that the couple turned down a reality show offer that would have paid them millions, with Sarah saying, "Some things aren't for sale." They don't want this getting out, but Sarah has been offered numerous opportunities to capitalize on nostalgia, reboots, reunions, and retrospectives that would have been guaranteed ratings hits. What makes her different is her selectivity. A network executive told me she only returns to her past work when it means something, not just for a paycheck. That's almost unheard of in this business, but that's nothing compared to what happened next. In recent years, Sarah has emerged as something even more powerful than a Hollywood star. She's become a symbol of reinvention. My sources confirm that business schools have used her career as a case study in how to transition from one industry to another while maintaining your personal brand integrity. The truth finally exposed is that Sarah Michelle Gellar has been quietly mentoring young women in business, entertainment, and entrepreneurship. These aren't publicized programs with her name attached. They're one-on-one relationships where she shares the wisdom gained from her unique journey. What the tabloids don't know is that Sarah has turned down multiple book deals for her memoirs, with publishers offering seven-figure advances. Why? My publishing insider revealed she said, "My story isn't finished yet, and I'm not interested in looking backward." Between you and me, this forward-thinking approach explains why Sarah has remained relevant while many of her contemporaries have faded. She understood that clinging to past glory is the surest way to become irrelevant. Instead, she's constantly evolving, adapting, and finding new challenges. Now here's something that will shock you. Despite her success across multiple industries, Sarah Michelle Gellar has faced more rejection than most people realize. My industry source revealed to me that for every success we've seen publicly, there have been numerous ventures that didn't work out. The difference: she doesn't allow failure to define her. They don't want this getting out, but several major studios passed on projects Sarah developed, with one executive allegedly saying she was too ambitious, a criticism rarely leveled at male actors who venture into production. Rather than publicly complaining about the double standard, Sarah simply found another way forward. The truth finally exposed is that Sarah's resilience isn't just a personality trait, it's a deliberate practice. A former colleague told me she has this system where she allows herself exactly one day to feel disappointed about a setback. Then it's over, and she moves on to the next opportunity. What they've been hiding from you is that this resilience was hard-won. Sarah didn't start with this mindset. She developed it through years of navigating an industry designed to make women doubt themselves. My source close to Sarah revealed that she keeps a journal of every no she's received, using it not as a record of rejection, but as fuel for future success. Between you and me, the transformation from actress to entrepreneur to inspiration wasn't accidental or easy. It required Sarah to repeatedly risk the comfort of her established identity to grow into something new. A business partner told me, the scariest thing for someone famous is to try something where their fame doesn't help and might actually hurt. Sarah did that repeatedly, but that's nothing compared to what happened next. In the past few years, as a new generation discovered Buffy through streaming services, Sarah has been approached by countless young actresses seeking advice about navigating fame. My industry source revealed to me that she gives them all the same advice. Build something that's yours, that no one can take away from you. The truth finally exposed is that Sarah Michelle Gellar has created a blueprint for female celebrities that challenges everything Hollywood has traditionally taught. While the system encourages women to capitalize on youth and beauty before they expire, Sarah demonstrated that authentic reinvention creates longevity that superficial attributes never could. What the tabloids don't know is that major entertainment companies have approached Sarah to teach courses on personal branding and career longevity to their talent rosters. My source at a major agency confirmed, we literally tell our young clients, study what Sarah Michelle Gellar did, because that's how you build a career that lasts. Between you and me, Sarah's influence extends far beyond entertainment now. Business leaders, particularly women entrepreneurs, have sought her guidance on building companies that reflect personal values while still achieving commercial success. A venture capitalist told me, what makes her unique is that she never sacrificed who she was to get where she is. They don't want this getting out, but Sarah has been offered prestigious positions on corporate boards, specifically because of her unique perspective on connecting with audiences authentically. In boardrooms filled with traditional executives, her insights about genuine engagement have proven invaluable. Now, as we look at where Sarah Michelle Gellar stands today, respected actress, successful entrepreneur, devoted mother, and quiet force for good, the question isn't just how she escaped Hollywood stereotypes to become a role model. The more important question is, what will she do next? My industry sources suggest that Sarah is working on something that could be her most impactful project yet. Something that combines everything she's learned from entertainment, business, and her personal journey. The details are closely guarded, but those who have seen the early plans describe it as potentially game-changing. The truth finally exposed is that Sarah Michelle Gellar's most significant contribution may be showing others that your past doesn't have to define your future. That reinvention isn't just possible, it's essential. In an industry obsessed with youth and novelty, she's demonstrated that wisdom and experience have their own power. What they've been hiding from you is just how many lives Sarah has touched through her example. My sources have revealed countless stories of women who found the courage to change careers, start businesses, or stand up for themselves because they saw Sarah do it first. Between you and me, the real reason Sarah Michelle Gellar has become an inspiration queen isn't just what she's accomplished, it's how she's accomplished it. With integrity, resilience, and a refusal to be limited by others' expectations. And if you think her story is inspiring now, just wait. Because according to those closest to her, Sarah Michelle Gellar is just getting started. The question is, will you be watching as her next chapter unfolds? Subscribe now to make sure you don't miss what happens next in this extraordinary journey of a woman who refused to be just one thing and ended up becoming something far more powerful than even she could have imagined. Estimated duration, 9.6 minutes.